the Vegan Hooper here. It's very windy and loud outside today, so I'll be doing a indoor tutorial. Prerequisites for this will be a linear isolation, nice and clean, pushing and pulling, keeping it inside that rectangle, the imaginary rectangle, or a tabletop, okay? So, also a smear, half isolation, half smear, but I'll explain it in this tutorial. If you are having a beautiful day and you have a set of twin hoops, then let's jump right in. For this tutorial, my right hand will have the white hoop, right, white, black, left, okay? So, let's discuss what the right hand does. It's doing a linear isolation, like I mentioned, but we're doing it at an angle, so we want it to be diagonal. So what we're going to do is push the hoop down to the corner so that your arm is across your body and next to your left hip, okay? And then we are going to do the hand flip part of the isolation, but we're going to drag it. So that hand flip is giving the hoop momentum to drag all the way up to the top, okay? Now I am in a thumbs up inside grip on my right side of my body, and from here we're going to push the hoop by bending our arm and then pushing it until our arm is straight and diagonal on the opposite left side of our hip, and then the hand flip will drag the hoop up again. Now it's very important that you look in a mirror so that you can make this diagonal and really flawless looking. Okay, so this is what our right hand is doing. Now let's discuss what our left hand is doing. Our left hand is doing a smear around our shoulders, which I have discussed a million times. You begin with a thumb up inside grip, arm across your body, and you're just going to do a half of an isolation on the bottom until you are on your native side, my left side, with thumbs pointing down, okay? Then from here, I'm going to smear the hoop behind my back by folding the hoop until it hits my right shoulder. And then I'm going to lift my elbow up so that the hoop could smear onto my mid-back and then my left shoulder, and then come back in front and back to start, okay? So half of an isolation, and then fold and smear. And if you notice, when I'm folding the hoop behind me, my hand stays, or my arm and elbow stay in the same spot until I'm ready to bring the hoop back, okay? And this is what it looks from behind. Half an isolation, fold to the shoulder, mid-back, left shoulder, back in front to do it again, okay? And it is touching my back. I'm not just pretending it's touching my back, it's actually touching my back. And I like when it touches my back because I know that I'm doing the trick precise and clean, okay? So half of an isolation until my arm is on my native side, thumb pointing down, fold till it hits my left shoulder, my right shoulder, the back of my right shoulder, mid-back, left shoulder, then I fold the hoop in front of me until I'm back to start with my arm across from me. This is a smear, and you better get used to learning this because I have a bazillion ideas with this bad boy. Now let's put the two hoops together. Alright, so we are going to begin with our black hoop, our left hoop, arm across from us, framing our body, and then our right hoop will just be next to it, okay? So we have this figure 8 shape here, thumbs pointing up with the inside grip. Now what's going to happen is my left hoop is going to do half of its isolation, okay? My left hoop, while my white hoop is going to diagonally pass over the black hoop, only half of it if you notice, so it's not fully folding over, crossing over. It's not fully crossing over, it's only crossing over halfway while I'm pushing it. So I start with my left arm across from me and end with my left hand on its native side. And then my right hand starts on its native side, but then it ends up crossed in front of me. So that's pretty cool, huh? So half of an isolation with the left hand while my right hand pushes its linear isolation down to my left hip, okay? So from here, what I'm going to do is do the entire smear quickly while I quickly but cleanly drag the hoop up, okay? So first, half of an isolation while pushing, then smear and drag the hoop up, and then I'm back to start. Push, half of an isolation, smear, drag the hoop up. And as always with most of my tutorials, I like when my hands are always close together. So if you notice, hands are together, hands are together, hands are close together, close together, close together, close together. So if your hands are not close together this whole tutorial, then you're doing it wrong, okay? So half of an isolation while my right white hoop crosses its path to make that cool layered effect. Now both thumbs are down. Quick smear while I drag the hoop up, and now I'm back to start. My start, instead of just being my hands right next to each other, I end it with my hand up on top of my right hand is above my left hand, and that is because once I'm done dragging, it's diagonal, so it's up a little further, okay? Half of an isolation while dragging, smear half of an isolation while pushing, smearing while dragging. And that's it, guys. And I just think that if you look in a mirror, you could perfect this to be super clean, super fun, and add it to your repertoire of smear gyroscope tutorials and combos that I have been teaching you, or that you know on your own, because I have so many more ideas. So I hope that you guys really can incorporate this into just a crap load of gyroscopes and smears, okay, into your twin tech. And yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment box or follow me on Instagram. I am Miss Maynard Keenan. I just wanted to do a quick tutorial for y'all before I have a double at work tomorrow and I can't make any videos. Also, don't forget, check out my sponsors at Festival Treasures. Their hoops are so pretty, and they just got a bunch of new Polypro in, and the colors are gorgeous. They're like morphing colors. And use my code VEGANHOOPER for 10% off of your purchase order. And go show them some love on Instagram. So yeah, have a beautiful day, and God bless.